Hi, 14 percenters, and welcome to the April unboxing. My name is Barb Allen. I am the founder of the 14 percenters, and I am so excited to walk through the April box with you. If this is your first time receiving the 14 percenters box, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thank you for continuing to get the 14 percenters boxes, and I hope that you love this one just as much as you have loved the other ones. Um, I am so excited. Since I talked to you guys last at the last unboxing, I got to meet so many members during WIC Week this year as I was traveling for different speaking engagements. And getting to meet you guys in person I absolutely love it. And I personally pack all of the boxes, and sometimes I'll have a friend or family member come help me, but I still pack. I am part of packing of every one of your boxes. And so I see the name as I'm packing each individual box. And I love when I finally get to put a face and a story to that name tag when I'm putting it on the box. I love being able to think about each of you and what you're doing. And so anytime I get a chance to meet you, I'm so excited. So if I'm ever at a conference or somewhere, please, if you know you're going to be in Kansas City, let me know. I love meeting you guys. So, okay, let's get on to the April box. As you noticed, if you've already gone through your box, there was something really special in it for me, and we'll get to that in a minute. But let's just start from the very beginning. So each of your boxes was packed a little differently. But let's just start with the first thing. You obviously found your card that allows you to watch the unboxing without having to go to a live unboxing and schedule. You can watch this anywhere you want to. On the back side is our member spotlight. Our member spotlight for April is Danielle Dlugosh. I've known Danielle for a really long time. I was so excited for her to be our member spotlight. She is an area superintendent for Hensel Phelps. She's amazing. I interviewed Danielle on the Constructive Behaviors podcast at least over a year ago. So if you want to hear more about Danielle's story, which I highly recommend because she was working at Hobby Lobby before her dad said, I really think you should come try out the construction industry. She has a degree in history, if I am remembering correctly. Like, she's got a really great story of how she got into the industry, and now she's the superintendent for Hensel Phelps. So check it out. She is episode 39 on the Constructive Behaviors podcast. You will love her story. And for anyone who's new, every box has a member spotlight, but you have to nominate yourself to be a member spotlight because we do such a good job of nominating each other and building each other up, but we're not always great at putting ourselves up for something. And so that's why it's important that you put yourself up. I want you to put your name in the hat and say, I deserve to be the member spotlight because you do. It's a simple form on each of the emails that you get. Usually the very last line is, don't forget to sign up to be a member spotlight. There's a little form that you fill out. Once you're chosen, I ask you for a photograph and I put it together. And then when you open your box and see your picture, that's the first time you see your member spotlight. So congrats to Danielle for being this quarter's member spotlight. All right, so let's get to the biggest item in the box. Ladies, I hope you not only loved this jacket, but that you read all of the tags that came with it. And I'll also tell you, there's a reason I left you this package. The package was for the jacket. The jacket folds up and fits in here. Now, granted, I'm not going to say it's always easy to fold things up and fit them in these little packages, but let's be honest, if we were looking for easy, we would have chosen a different industry. So I'm pretty sure you can do it. But this jacket, if you read all the tags, let's start with it's UPF 50 plus. That is the highest sun protection rating you can get in clothing, the highest. It blocks 98% of damaging rays. That's big. It's also quick drying. So when it does get wet or when you're sweating in it, it is a quick drying jacket. But ladies, did you notice the tag that said it's convertible? Yeah. What does that mean? Did you notice? The sleeves come up. You can literally unzip the sleeves. You just open the flap on the sides, and you can take the sleeves off, which makes it what? Yes, a vest. Now, I'm not going to pretend that the vest is high vis because it's not, but ladies, the sleeves come off. I don't know about you guys, but especially me, after my hysterectomy, menopause, perimenopause, all the stuff, um, hot, cold, especially when I'm out for a walk or I don't know, on a job site. These are the sleeves. They literally just come off. They kind of look like pants, I'm noticing as you're looking at this. Um, Fun fact, you can also wear just the sleeves if you're just looking for something to cover your arms. Does that seem weird? Maybe, but there may also be a time when you're like, I don't know, sitting in a conference and you're cold and you just want to cover your arms. So this jacket, as it said, convertible. I'm not going to fold it all prettily back. Prettily is officially a word. Um, so this is now same jacket that's a vest. This jacket is by a company called Little Donkey Andy, I believe. And a few of you got a different jacket. Unfortunately, they could not fulfill the order in all of the same color. And so a few of you got this in black, and then a few of you got a Carhartt rain jacket instead. Um, I think three of you got those. So, ladies, sorry, everything didn't come exactly the same. I couldn't get everything this time, but I got really close. And I hope that I wish I had an extra one of the Carhartt ones because these are really nice uh, windbreaker jacket as well. So, I hope you love this jacket as much as I do. I love that it is convertible. Okay, so let's move on to the hair tie and bracelets. Literally, these are bracelets that can be worn as hair ties. So I know some of you, Madison, for example, you have no use for a hair tie, but these are fantastic. They're also super cute bracelets. I love these. I'm going to be honest with you. I really, Kalani is my favorite brand of these, and I wish that I could have gotten Kalani. They're a woman-owned company here in the United States. I just couldn't get the price point to work. So these are a bit of a knockoff. I'm sorry about that, but they're still great and they're super cute. And I hope that you love them. I think my favorite is this green one with the little gold things on it. So I hope you love these. Um, okay, so let's go to the book. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm the author. This is my book. I finally got it out there. My main keynote that I deliver is called One Ladder to Leadership. And so many times people would come up and ask me afterwards, do you have a book so I can learn more? And if I'm honest, 3 years. It's taken me 3 years to write this book, and it's what, 199 pages? So I hope that you really take the time to read this book and give me your feedback. I would love your feedback on this book. Thank you to one member in particular, Kelly, for going through and reading it ahead of time for me and giving me some notes. That was super helpful. I really appreciate when you guys step up and do some extra things like that. It's just the support of this group is fantastic, and I'm so very grateful for it. So you will notice though that you got two of these books. Couple reasons. One, because I get them at author price, I was able to get two for the price of one that I usually give you guys a book in the box. So I thought, why not? Why not give you two and have you be able to give it to someone else? What's really important about this book is that you know it is written for men and for women. It is about the gender-specific challenges that women tend to face in our industry. It talks about how we can recognize them, what creates them, and most importantly, what actions we can take to reduce or eliminate them. And so that's why this book is for men and for women. It is for climbers and for leaders. You could be anywhere on this ladder, and there is something in this book for you. Every chapter, when you get to the missing, broken, sticky, and slippery rungs, every chapter has a section at the end for the leaders and a section at the end for climbers. And some of you, as I was most of my career, you're both. You are a leader and you're still wanting to get higher. And so you're a climber. I really look forward to hearing your feedback on this book. I'm really excited to be able to put it in your hands. And because you didn't purchase it directly from Amazon, if you do a review on Amazon, they may flag it and it may not count. So with that in mind, there will be a day I will send you a notice ahead of time that I will make the ebook on Amazon for 14 cents. And so that'll be a day that you can just go in, pay the 14 cents. And if you liked the book, give a review so that more people find it. That's the whole purpose of giving reviews. It's not to beef up my ego. It is to make sure that the more reviews are out there, more people will find this book, more people will read it, and we can do more to change the industry from the inside out. So I will give you a notice when that ebook is going to be on sale for 14 cents. But right now, ladies, you have these before they are available to the public. The book does not go for sale to the public until April 14th. And that was very intentional for me. Women being 4% of our trades workforce and 14% of the industry overall. Those are statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. 4/14, April 14th. So that is why that is my launch date. As of my launch date, these will be available on my website, but also directly through Amazon on a paperback and an ebook. And then shortly around the 14th, it will also be available as an audiobook wherever you get your audiobooks. So it just takes a few more days for it to go live. So I can't wait to hear good and bad. I would love all of your feedback, recommendations, thoughts. I completely welcome it. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to get this into your hands. All right, so in the book, you also received a bookmark. This is from a woman here in the United States. She does these herself. Everyone said the same thing. Never forget the difference you make, because every one of you is absolutely making a difference in this industry. For you, for the women climbing behind you, for the way the culture of the industry is changing, you are making a difference. And if you don't like this, if this is too frilly for you, you can easily take it off and use it however you want, put a magnet on the back. But I want you to have this. I want you to be able to look at it and remember, even on the hard days, you are making a difference. I hope that you also saw that in the front of everybody's book, I gave you a little note. Granted, I know some of you better than I know others, but I wanted to make sure that each book felt like it was specifically for you, and I hope that you found that message. Okay, so if this was your first box, or if in a previous box I had forgotten to give you your 14 percenters hat, it was in the box as well if you had not yet received one. On the back of the 14 percenters hat, it says, my other hat is a hard hat. So these are very lightweight, perfect for spring. And if I had not given them to you previously in your first box, sorry that it took so long. Everybody should now have one. The other thing, and the last thing that may have been in some of your boxes, if you are someone who posts your box on social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and you tag me, Construction Barb, or the 14 percenters or Barb Allen. If you tag me and I see that, then you get a little extra gift in your box. And this time it was nail polish with a little note that said you nailed it, and a thank you note for um, posting and sharing about the 14 percenters. So some of you got those, and I hope that you got a color that you enjoyed. I tried to do spring colors for this one. Okay, so think I think that wraps up the box. A few things I want to throw out there. We had our second 14 percenters virtual happy hour last month, and we will be having our third one in May. It will be on May 14th. May 14th, I think, oh, 6 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Central. We're gonna see how it works. Last time we had it at 7 p.m. Central, and the turnout was significantly smaller. I know that was late for East Coast. Um, so we're gonna try 6 p.m. Central on May 14th, but I will send you an email with a calendar invite so that you can reserve that time slot. It's a great way to meet other women that are in the 14 percenters, make connections, do some networking. It is completely a time for you guys to get to know each other, but it is also led. Like, it is intentionally the way I lead it. It's not just a free for all. You show up and people are trying to talk. It's a led networking happy hour. What else? Anything else I was supposed to tell you? I'm looking. I think that's it. Hope that your spring is starting out really nice. Weather here in Kansas City has been crazy, freezing one day and 80 degrees the next. So I'm hoping that's wrapping up. Looking forward to start planting. And for those construction projects, looking forward to those days that you guys can just be outside and enjoy the weather on those projects in your new jackets. So, all right, that's it. 14 percenters, I am so grateful for you. I hope that you loved your 14 percenters box, and the next box comes out in July. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me via email at thecrew@14percenters.com. Please make sure to also follow us on Facebook at Construction Barb, and LinkedIn has a 14 percenters page. So, all right, ladies, I hope that you enjoyed your box. I hope that I get to see many of you soon. Bye.